and welcome to this week's What's Hot, and no need to mention Trussonomics, because whilst it's now redundant, its 3-week tenure certainly has left an indelible mark on both the market and household and corporate expenses. So let's have a look at the company stories that have made the headlines. And we had advances in ITV's share price at the beginning of the week, a much needed turnaround in this stock, which has seen a 40% decline until a report first published in the Financial Times, which says it might sell a stake in its ITV Studios production arm. Now, ITV Studios is best known for Love Island and Coronation Street, but it's also one of the biggest television programme makers in Europe. Well, analysts have suggested its production arm may even be worth more than its parent company. The parent company, ITV, now currently worth £2.7 billion. Well, nothing firmed up yet in terms of the deal, and nothing firmed up yet from National Grid, though it's done its best with its doom-mongering chief executive John Pettigrew saying the company would have to impose rolling power cuts on those deepest, darkest evenings in January and February if the generators fail. So be prepared for those blackouts between 4 and 7 p.m. in the first 2 months of 2023. My good heavens. So just whilst we were thinking we were going back to those dark, deep recessionary days of the 1970s, perhaps we're going back to the Victorian days, because we heard from English Rose, who wrote, in the very old days before electricity, people went to bed at least an hour earlier than now and had a longer time asleep and making babies, the latter being a good way to keep warm. So, yeah, I suppose Queen Victoria, she had a lot of babies. Now, in the previous What's Hot, I spoke about THG, or the Hut Group, but admittedly from a consumer point of view in the run-up to Christmas. However, a week is a long time on the stock market, and shares went up 10% on buyout speculation after Japan's SoftBank agreed to sell its entire stake to the company's founder Matthew Moulding, and the Qatar Sovereign Wealth Fund firing more speculation about a potential buyout. Now, I said I wasn't going to mention Trussonomics anymore, but looking at the world economy, it certainly is blighted. And that was one of the reasons cited by Landore Resources for not completing its strategic review. That deadline has now been extended till the end of 2022. Impatient investors didn't like it, and the share price lost about a quarter of its total value. Well, take care. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you the same time next week.